Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This lesson is for 5th grade elementary, Smart Class 4, Module 3, Let's Play plus Phonics. It will be presented by Supervisor Noura Saad Al-Gahtani. In this lesson, we will learn more jobs and verbs related to them. We will practice asking about time for daily activities, and we will learn the SM, SW sounds. First, we want to revise the jobs that we have already studied in the previous 2 lessons. In Module 3, we have studied so many jobs. If you can recall, police, or if you remember, police officer. We also studied doctor, teacher, waiter, and we studied the verb work. We also studied the job farmer and chef. And we studied the verbs feed the animals, wash, and cook. And we said that the farmer feeds the animals and wash the animals, and the chef cooks. We also studied mechanic and taxi driver, and we said that the mechanic fixes cars and the taxi driver drives the taxi. Okay? Today we will be studying more jobs. So please, I want you to open your books to page 38 and 39. We will start with more jobs here. The first one is zookeeper. Zookeeper. And then we will have the verb clean. 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 Cage. 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 Pilot, pilot, pilot. Airport, airport, airport. Again, I will say them again, and I want you to repeat and say after me. Zookeeper, clean, cage, pilot, airport. Okay, now the zookeeper is taken from the word zoo. You know the zoo? This man is the zookeeper. So where do you think he works? The zookeeper works in the zoo. The zookeeper works in the zoo. He cleans the cages, the animal cages. You know, they keep the elephants, the lions, the tigers in cages. So the zookeeper cleans the cages. Okay? The other job is the pilot. Now the pilot works in the airport. Okay, he works in the airport. He flies planes. You know the plane, the airplane, he flies planes. Okay, so here these are 2 more jobs that you can add to the previous list. Now I want you to try to make a list of jobs. Make your own dictionary. Make a list of jobs that you have studied in Module 3. Like this. You can make yourself one like this. Put the jobs here: doctor, teacher, waiter, police officer, farmer, chef, mechanic, taxi driver, pilot, and zookeeper. And you can add the verbs, like the doctor works in a hospital, the place, or like the taxi drives the taxi, pilot fly planes. So you can make yourself a dictionary like this one, and you can add drawings and decorate it the way you like. Now, look at this question here. What time does Mr. Ahmed get up? What time does Mr. Ahmed get up? At 7 o'clock. Now here we have Mr. Ahmed. We have Mr. Ahmed here. Now he gets up, get up. This is the activity, get up, or the action. Get up at 7. See, 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. Now here are more activities for Mr. Ahmed. Mr. Ahmed go to the airport. Mr. Ahmed fly his plane. Mr. Ahmed go home. Mr. Ahmed cook. Mr. Ahmed go to bed. So this is the daily routine or Mr. Ahmed's daily activities. I want you to draw the time and ask about them. Get up, go to the airport, fly his plane, go home, cook, go to bed. What time does Mr. Ahmed do these activities? Okay. Now the other part here is for Mr. Smith, and we have similar activities. Get up, go to the zoo, clean the cages and feed the animals, go home, cook, and go to bed. Now you can draw time here and ask questions about Mr. Smith. You can draw the time and ask questions about Mr. Smith. Okay? How do we form the questions? How do we form the question about the time? Now when we form questions about the time, we will say, what time do or does, we will put the subject, which is a pronoun or a person, a name, a pronoun, and then we will put the verb. The subject can be a singular pronoun, so when it's a singular pronoun, like he, she, it, the car, the cat, Ted, Ali, Ahmed, Sarah, we will use does. But when we have a plural pronoun, like they, the boys, the children, cars, or the pronoun I or you, we will be using do. We will use do with plural and I and you. Okay? And of course the verb will be with no ending. Verb no ending. Let's see some examples. What time does Ted go to school? What time does Ted go to school? Because we have Ted. Ted is a singular name, singular. So we will use does and the verb no ending. Example 2. What time does she? She is a singular pronoun, so we use does and the verb no ending. What time do they play football? What time do they play football? They is a plural pronoun, so we will use do and the verb no ending. And here the fourth example, what time do you go to school? What time do you go to school? We have the pronoun you, so we'll be using do with you and the verb no ending. Okay? So I guess that you know that now you can form more questions. Think of your life, okay? I want you to think of your life, okay? What time, or your family, what time does your father get up? What time does your father get up? This boy here answers, he gets up at 7 o'clock. What about you? Think about yourself. What time does your mother cook dinner? What time does your mother cook dinner? Can you tell? Now you will say she cooks dinner at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. Okay. What time do you go to bed? What time do you go to bed? You will answer I go to bed at 9 or 10 o'clock. What time do you go to school? What time do you go to school? You will say, I go to school at 6:30 every morning, okay? So I want you to ask your friends and your family members, your sister, your brother, father, mother, okay? So you'll ask your friends and your family members. Now I want you to be careful to time, okay? Be careful to time. Time is very dangerous. You must be careful. Don't waste your time. When you go to do something, when you are up to do something, do it in a limited time. Put time for that thing and try to finish it in a certain time, because if you don't set time for yourself, you will lose time and you will waste your time. فالوقت كالسيف إن لم تقطعه قطعك, okay? Now look at this activity here. We will listen to some information about those people's daily routine, and I want you to match it with the time here. If you can read the time here. Here we have, what time is it here? 11 o'clock, very good. What about the clock here? What time is it? 10 o'clock, very good. And here, 7 o'clock. What about this one? 9, it's 9 o'clock. And here, it's 6 o'clock, okay? And we have this, the pilot here. Zookeeper, very good. And a lady cooking. And a boy sleeping or going to bed. And the farmers are feeding the animals, okay? We will listen to the dialogue and then try to match each picture to the suitable time or the suitable clock.
Workbook, Module 3. Let's play. 1. Listen and match.
1. Hassan is a pilot. He flies planes.
What time does he get up?
He gets up at 7 o'clock. 2. Kevin is a zookeeper. He cleans the cages in the morning.
What time does he go to work?
He goes to work at 9 o'clock. 3.
Mrs. Fatima cooks in the morning. What time does Mrs. Fatima cook? She cooks at 11 o'clock. Chicken with rice is her favorite food.
4. Ali and Abdullah are farmers. They feed their animals in the afternoon.
What time do they go home?
They go home at 6 o'clock. 5. What time do you go to bed on Thursday, Ali?
I go to bed at 10 o'clock.
Okay, now you can see the answers. Are your answers similar to this? Now, we will listen again, and I want you to answer this activity. We will listen, and I want you to answer these questions. Number 1, what time does the pilot get up? Okay, at 7 o'clock. What time does the zookeeper go to work? What time does Mrs. Fatima cook? What time do the farmers go home? What time does Ali go to the bed on Thursday? Okay, listen again, and I want you to answer these questions.
Workbook, Module 3. Let's play. 1. Listen and match.
1. Hassan is a pilot. He flies planes.
What time does he get up?
He gets up at 7 o'clock. 2. Kevin is a zookeeper. He cleans the cages in the morning.
What time does he go to work?
He goes to work at 9 o'clock. 3.
Mrs. Fatima cooks in the morning. What time does Mrs. Fatima cook? She cooks at 11 o'clock. Chicken with rice is her favorite food.
4. Ali and Abdullah are farmers. They feed their animals in the afternoon.
What time do they go home?
They go home at 6 o'clock. 5. What time do you go to bed on Thursday, Ali?
I go to bed at 10 o'clock.
Okay. Have you answered the questions? Okay, let's check your answers. So, question 2, what time does the zookeeper go to work? At 9 o'clock. What time does Mrs. Fatima cook? At 11 o'clock. What time do the farmers go home? At 6 o'clock. What time does Ali go to bed on Thursday? At 10 o'clock. Okay? I want you to practice asking your parents or your friends, your sisters or brothers about the time they do daily activities, okay? For example, the time they go to bed. Now, we will do the phonics on page 39, so please look at page 39. We will do the phonics here. We will have the SM, SW sounds, and if you remember, last time we studied the SP, spider, and SN sound, okay? Snake and spider sounds. Today we will continue with the S group, so we will study the SM and SW sound, okay? We have 2 examples in each group. I want you to listen and repeat after the speaker.
Module 3, phonics. Small, swim. 1. Listen and say. Sm. Small. Smile. Swim. Swan.
Okay, listen again.
Module 3, phonics. Small, swim. 1. Listen and say. Sm. Small. Smile. Swim. Swan.
Okay, so we have sm and sw. Small, small, and smile, smile. Swim, swim, swim. Swan, swan. Okay, now look at this slide here. We have more words. We have a lot of words that have the sm and sw sound. Sm sound, we have smile, smell, we have smoke, smoke, and small, smash. We have a lot of examples, and for the sw sound, we have swan, sweet, swing, swing, and swift, sweet, switch, swim. So we have so many words that have the same sound as SM, SM, and SW, SW. So I want you, when you study phonics, always look for more words. Make your own dictionary. Always look for more words having the similar sounds, okay? Now we have a chant, but first we want to look at the picture here. Look at the picture. Can you find anything that starts with the SM or SW sound? Can you find anything starting with SM or SN sound? Huh? Small boy, yes, small boy, very good. Yes, very good, swan, swan, perfect. Now we will listen to the chant. Listen to the chant and try to mark the words starting with S, M or SW sounds.
2. Listen and chant.
Jim and the swan.
Look at the boy. His name is Jim. He's got a small swan. The swan can swim. Look at the swan. Its name is Niles. The swan flies away and the boy smiles.
Okay. Now I want you to read it again. Read it, try to chant it, and mark, underline the SM sounds, the SW sound, and circle the SM sounds. Circle the SM sounds, underline the SW or the SW sounds, okay? Okay, let's look at the words here. He has got a small, sm, swan, swa. Here again, swan, swa, can swim, swa. And here again, swan, swan. And here we have sm, smiles. Very good. Now, let's look at this activity. You have this activity at the workbook. You have this activity in the workbook. In each group you have 3 words. One word have a different sound. One word starts with a different sound. I want you to mark it. Circle the word in each group that have a different sound, okay? Open your workbook and circle the word that have a different sound. Okay? Are you finished? Okay. Very good. So the word small here is different. It starts with the sm sound, while we have swim, swa, and swan, okay? And here swan is different, doesn't belong, and here swim doesn't belong, okay? Now you have this activity here. I want you to listen and match each word to the suitable sound.
2. Listen and match. 1. Small. 2. Smile. 3. Swim. 4. Swan.
Okay, have you matched the words to the correct, or the pictures to the correct sounds? Okay, your answers should be like this, okay? Now you have this activity, crosswords activity. You can do it at home, and this one too, you can do it as a homework. And thank you for being good listeners, and I will see you in another lesson.